Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another awesome video on the channel. And in today's video, I got some really great news for you guys. And this actually relieves a lot of stress on me and a lot of sadness that is going away because of this. And I'm really just happy altogether. This is going to be news that dropped today on Sword Art Online Memory Defrag. If people haven't seen my other two videos that I did on it, my first one was talking about the game shutting down, and the other one how I was going to do content for it until the end of the game shut down, which is August 30th. So if you guys want to check out those videos, those are there. But yeah, let's pretty much get into the news. Like I said, we got some brand new news on Memory Defrag, so let's just get into it. I guarantee you guys this is awesome news right here. I just looked at this and I was like, oh my god, this is really awesome. So yeah, so let's get into it. So if people didn't know, they're coming out with banners for every single arc in SAO called the 6-star Nostalgic Memories. Is pretty much, I think they made these characters for the nostalgic memories of SAOMD. So yeah, so we already have here the Kirito and Asuna. We already have these. We already have this. But the next banner is the soon to come would be the GGO, the Nostalgic Memories GGO with Xenon, and then the Underworld. No, sorry, this is Azazel with Yu-Gi-Oh, and then the Underworld with Demon God Vecta in the background there with Alice. So those are the banners that are coming if you guys wanted to know. That's not the main thing that I wanted to talk about, but it's there if you guys wanted to know. But the main thing I wanted to talk about here, and this right here, this got my heart racing from 0 to 100 real fast. Offline version release. Yes, you guys heard me right. Even though the game is shutting down, they are making a offline version to the game so you can still play the game whenever you want. I honestly thought that once they were shutting down the game, there was no other way to play the game. And since they're actually doing this is absolutely awesome, and I thank Bandai Namco for this because, like, to be honest, they could have just said, oh, okay, we're done with this game. Bye-bye. We don't need you anymore. We got other anime mobile games that make us money. Bye-bye. But they ended up doing this for us and for us hardcore SAOMD players to be able to experience the game again in an offline version. So let me read this to you guys. I know it's going to be boring, but just listen to it. It says here, offline version release. It says, when the service closes, a new version of Memory Defrag that can be played offline will be released. The offline version will be available in your devices, App Store, starting at 8:30, of course, which is August 30th, after service ends. And basically, it says here the following playable contents will be available, which is character illustrations, quests, and playback of the stories. So, and then here I'll read to you guys. It gives you, basically, the little, pretty much, the info on the certain playable contents. So here we go, starting off with character illustrations. It says you can see information about the certain characters from the game. About 60 characters have been pre-selected for the offline version. So this is what I kind of wanted to get into, so let me get into it real fast. So I guess throughout the game's lifespan, whatever characters you've summoned, I guess you can't use these in the offline version. I think they just, as it says here, have been pre-selected, which means it's probably their pick on certain units that you can use. But here's the thing: is that it's 60 characters. That's a lot of characters. So there's a lot they can pick from the units that they've released in the game throughout the years of the game. So I think it's not that bad, because I'm pretty sure they'll pick really good units for you to use when the offline version gets released. But yeah, so it says information available, illustrations and voices, equipment used, sword and battle skills, profiles, abilities, and skill slots. So what I get from this is that I think what's going to happen, first I'll talk about the sword and battle skills. I think what they're going to do for the offline version is that I think they're going to automatically pick the weapon that the unit uses, and then also max out their battle skills all the way to the max automatically, is basically how I'm thinking about it. So like, for example, like, let's say like when you start the game you get a free 6-star. Let's say that we get Black Swordsman Kirito with the Elucidator and Dark Repulsor. I'm assuming if they add that Kirito, he will automatically have those weapons and not the default metal swords, and you don't have to summon them, of course. And it says equipment used, so I'm assuming they're either going to automatically put the same equipment for every character, or they're not going to have equipment anymore. It says illustrations and voices, so I'm assuming you'll still be able to see the unit art, and of course they'll still have the Japanese voice actors for the characters. I assume abilities and assist slots. I'm assuming that's going to be maxed out too. The same thing for battle skills and stuff like that. I think they're just going to automatically max it out, I think. But that's just what I'm getting from it. So next are quests. It says players will not be able to play some quests in the game. So that's not really like a bad thing, because I'll talk about it right now. It's not really anything big. But yeah, so it says quest available, main quests. So basically, what that is, of course, is the story quests. So those will be able to do it. The ultimate fight, time limit battles. I think you had to have like a key that you had to get for that. Now it's just automatically there to be able to use, pretty much. And it says quests featuring bosses from the past ranking events. So I'm assuming you'll just be able to fight all the enemies from the ranking events like it says, but offline, of course. So there's that. That's really cool. Next is playback of stories. You can see main stories currently available in the game. Stories available, Sword Art Online, Alpine Online, and Gun Gale Online. So basically, this is what like the main quests are, because you were actually able to play through the story of the series in the game, which is Sword Art, and then Alpine, and then Gun Gale. Of course, they never added Alicization or the Underworld, because they literally just got done with Gun Gale Online, and that was actually the first video I ever posted on the channel for SAOMD, which is me completing the story mode and finishing Gun Gale. So that's cool, I guess. But yeah, so you're basically able to play those. Okay, so this is something, if people have watched all the way to the end here, this is something that I need to tell you guys so you guys know, okay? Because this is something that's very, very, very important about this game. It says details of the offline version are subject to change without any prior notice. Version 2.6 will be under maintenance indefinitely following close of service and unavailable to play. Support will not be provided for offline version. Operation is not guaranteed. Okay. Here's the thing that you guys gotta understand here, and you guys gotta make sure you do this, because if you don't do this, you cannot play the game offline. You cannot make an offline account. If you don't have an account for the game, and if you end up doing this, it's just not going to work for you. It says if you uninstall the app after November 30th, 2020, it will not be available to reinstall. You cannot transfer data between the OS. Okay, well, this is common. From the OS to Android on the offline version, which basically means is that if you want to transfer your account and you got a new Android, a new iPhone and you had an Android before, vice versa, you can't transfer the offline version. But basically, to summarize this, what this means is that you have to make sure you guys have the app installed and it's on your phone at all times, because it will have one final update that makes it offline, so it won't be in the Google Play Store or the App Store anymore. So if you guys ever delete this app, there's no other way to get the offline version back. So you guys have to make sure you guys never delete this app, or you won't be able to play the game ever again, pretty much. But yeah, so that was basically it. One last thing I do want to say is that we are getting a final ranking event, which is actually very, 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 very cool, and I'm very excited for this one. I'm definitely doing a video on this, and I do hope you guys will enjoy it. Of course, we got the new banners coming, but we're getting a brand new ranking event where we're actually battling against Floor 100 in Einkrad. If people didn't know, if people haven't seen the SAO movie Ordinal Scale, they actually go to Floor 100, and it's just big, giant, tall lady. It's just awesome, so I just really do want to see what they do with it. And also, one thing is, make sure you guys do end up logging into the game, because they're actually giving you a guaranteed 6-star, even though the game is shutting down and stuff like that, and you won't be able to use it after a while. I say just use it and just see what character you get, and if it's a cool one, then use them before the game shuts down. But yeah, they're pretty much giving you a guaranteed 6-star, if you guys wanted to know that. I appreciate everybody who's got to the end of this video. I appreciate all the support on the channel. I know this video is long, so I'll end it off here. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.